as literacy rates fall across Canada, the foundation United for Literacy is trying to reverse that decline. Their president and CEO, Mélanie Valcin, joins us now with more. And we've just got the Hamilton numbers here. So for grade 3 within the Hamilton Wentworth District School Board, 62% of students are meeting the standard for reading, 53% for writing. In grade 6, it's a little better. We've got 75% for reading and 73% for writing. But that's just the provincial standard. And these numbers, you're trying to boost them up.
For sure. When we think about 75% of students here in Hamilton in grade 6 that are reading at the standard, that's great, but it still leaves us with 1 student out of 4 that are not reading at the standard required. So what will happen with those students as they get into high school and become adults on the job market? Because
sometimes if you don't have that basic grasp, right, the more you go through education, it's like the further you fall behind.
Exactly. And we know that literacy skills are the best tool for all Canadians to be able to relive a prosperous life, to have equal access to opportunities. So we really have to, reverse the trend so that all children, youth, and adults have the skills they need to be successful at work, at school, or in life in general.
Because even functioning, we were talking earlier, if you're an adult that can't read well, you could have problems with following a medication prescription, with filling out a job application, watching a bus schedule.
Exactly. In this very knowledge-rich environment in which we live, technology-rich environment, with the pace also of all the changes that we're going through as a society, we definitely need to have all adults at the right level of literacy, so that they can take advantage of all the opportunities that are presenting themselves to them. Think also about civic engagement. How do I vote if I have trouble reading the words on a voting ballot?
Yes,
or I don't have access to all the information I need to make the right decision about my vote.
Right. So you come in, you provide free tutoring for schools and for adults as well.
For sure. So all across Canada, we reached about 35,000 learners last year. Here in Hamilton, around 225 students were supported by United for Literacy. We provide tutoring and instruction for children, youth, and adults that need extra support to be able to improve their literacy skills. By literacy, I mean reading, writing, and math, of course.
Okay. And how we were talking earlier about, like, how do you know if you're a caregiver that maybe a child is slipping a little bit and not reading quite to the provincial levels?
So what I think is important here is that if you notice that your child or the children you're working with as a teacher, as an educator, as a caregiver, if you notice that they're slipping behind or they're not excited about reading, I think there's so many ways that you can engage them into the wonderful world of reading and of books, so that they can really make discoveries, finding books that are of their, responding to their own interests, taking them to the library, involving them in daily tasks in the household that require reading and writing, such as, for example, creating your grocery lists.
Right,
So
or even reading, can you help me read this recipe?
Exactly. So
so
many ways to involve kids in reading and
writing. We used to, I remember when I was growing up, it was like comic books and graphic novels were kind of like, but no, they are a great way to improve literacy.
Exactly. And I think that all Canadians are uniting with us right now on this topic. Recently, we've conducted a national poll to see how Canada felt about literacy. Parents, employers, governments, and the response rate was amazing. The responses were amazing to us, because 93% of Canadians, Annette, have told us that, have answered or have agreed that literacy skills are essential for Canada to be prosperous and to really they're a way for all Canadians to participate in our economy, in our society, and to be fully engaged in their community.
So important in all aspects of life, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so Mélanie, we will get you. Thank you for coming in. We'll get the link up to United for Literacy up on our website, chch.com/morninglive. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Annette.